he breathed his last. When we heard, we were very deeply saddened, and particularly myself felt so much wired. The memory that I had, it was passing by, and the whole day this was happening. I remember when I met him for the first time in 1991 in Dr. T.S. Bhatt house. It was January 1991. V.K. Sinha was also there. Since then, we had been seeing him every year, and his association with CIP was so profound. He was so much associated with CIP that every year when he was around, he had been coming and participating in and also chairing various academic programs. We all remember all those. We are organizing NSIPS 2018 from February 5th to 8th February. We invited Dr. Sasi K. Pandey, particularly to be the chief guest of CME and also to give keynote address on the theme of the conference. A journey in psychiatry from morals to molecules. And I was told that he was so eager and he had prepared his keynote address. But it was very, very unfortunate for all of us that he passed away on 13th December. And could not participate in the conference. His teaching, particularly the clinical examination, the emphasis he used to give, from the history, from the mental examination, used to be the hallmark, and the academic activity was so interesting that we all remember. So we all, with all these, from my deepest heart, I extend my condolences to the family, relatives of Dr. Sasi K. Pandey. And with these words, I will request Dr. V.K. Sinha to say a few words.
If I am wrong at places, because I was asked by Nishant Goel that to give a brief resume about Dr. Pandey. So you please correct me, Harshi. Just a brief resume. Dr. Pandey was born, he was two brothers and was born out of two freedom fighters. Father has been a lawyer at Bhopal, and Dr. Pandey did his medical graduation from Grants Medical College, Bombay, then Bombay. And soon after, he left for Canada and he did his DipPsych from McGill University. And subsequently, he joined as a resident first and then as academic faculty at Johns Hopkins, where he remained as till he came back to India as associate professor in psychiatry at St. John Hopkins. Initially, he came over here as assistant professor in psychiatry at CIP, but his stay was very short, went back and joined Johns Hopkins. And subsequently, he came in mid-70s as director of Central Institute of Psychiatry. And he remained till mid-1981 when we were students. We were doing diploma in psychological medicine. We were chosen by him. Dr. Haq, at least 3 persons are around, and Alka. Then he resigned. It was not that he retired like us. He resigned because he had difficulties or some misunderstanding with Ministry of Health or DG. And soon after, he went back while the family stayed in Kanke. Dr. D. Ram just said about his involvement with the Institute. Day in, day out, he would inquire about that what are the developments, what are the faculty number in psychiatry or psychology or PSW. And he was actively involved, especially from 2000 onward up to 2017. I must say, as faculty in charge, I was pressurizing him also. I used to give few interesting topics where analytical kind of title was chosen especially for him, and subsequently case conferences and movie club. I must say that movie clubs were so analytical, and he showed so many interesting movies. And till 2015, he always came with, ma'am, even in failing health, she accompanied him to movie club, which we used to have in Berkeley Hill Auditorium. My involvement with him started with 1981, and some lighter note or serious note also I will convey, because he was considered as very serious kind of director when we joined as students. But within few months, we became so free with him, especially during case conferences, where everyone was allowed to, those days, those who were smokers, they could have their cigarette in case conferences. It was a round table, not that someone will hide or someone would run away from behind. So, and everyone used to participate. Everyone had to speak, whatever, whether newcomer or old timers. His case conferences used to last from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. With coffee break and lunch break. And Dr. Haq will, or Alka will remember those days. His outpatient OPD, generally you have seen, all of you are seeing that how busy the director's post is in CIP. So his OPD used to start at around 3 p.m. and would continue till 11 in the night. Those patients who were being seen in late hours would be sent to Firayalal Chowk in ambulance. Sultan was the driver, I believe, if I'm correct. And because Sultan is no more, and his peon those days, Cyril, because Cyril used to be outside the hall and always supplying water with ice cubes. And those days, he used to have his cigarette packet on the right side, either Marlboro or Kool, because I'm not a smoker, but still I remember those brands. I would really miss him because not a just guru, but for me, it was elderly in the family. We used to have arguments also, disagreement over, especially his view about, of late for last 2-3 years, his support for Narendra Modi and we opposing it. That was the main disagreement. And whatever discussion took place, whether in CIP campus or in the house, it was enriching. At least it enriched me, or it widened my horizon of thinking. So I would miss him very much. And I offer my condolences. May his soul rest in peace. And family members, especially Haishi, Suresh, Vivek, Sirbala, and grandchildren, the bear to courage the sad demise. Because, okay, 90 years of age, but one would miss him. With this, thank you very much.
Open mic. What is it? So just press this and